Hey, I'm conflicted, and today we're going to be talking about Quavo's brand new album, Rocket Power. This is the first album that he has dropped since the Migos have disbanded, and I have a lot to say about it. But before we get into that, consider subscribing, because I upload videos just like this, music-related content, 2 times a week. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So there was definitely a lot of stress going on to Quavo when making this album. Recently, around last year's, Takeoff unfortunately passed away, who was a lead or a very important role in the Migos trio. It was Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff. And Takeoff dying was a very monumental thing. Everybody was hearing about it, and it was low-key horrible the way it got handled. A lot of people people put it on the internet, and so much stuff alongside that was just disturbing, genuinely horrible. And Quavo was the one who was close with, probably the closest person to Takeoff at the time. And yeah, it was really stressful because they were already somewhat disbanding because they got in an argument with Offset a little while back, and we didn't know what was going to happen with all that. Everything was getting really confusing, and with this brand new album, Quavo tries to make a statement. I'll let you know how it is. We're going to start this off with the first song, Fueled Up, and I didn't originally like this intro. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was okay, but I didn't find it that impressive. I feel like Quavo misses a lot of the chemistry with people. Like, I feel like Quavo does really well when he's with another person on a track, and that really shines through whenever he's with other people on the track. But that doesn't mean that he cannot do incredible by himself, because he has some songs on here that I thought were incredible by himself on here, like songs like Greatness, Rocket Power, as well as 1111. I think that he does a really strong performance lyrically as well as flow wise. I really like a lot of the flows on here. It's just you know what you're getting with Quavo. He's getting the normal Quavo type of sound, and you could argue that this album was a tiny bit boring, and I honestly put it on the background at a certain point because a lot of it was a little bit boring, and some of the features did not do their job here. My air conditioner just turned on and it was incredibly loud, and it's still incredibly loud most likely. But back to the album, let's talk about it. So much happened with this though. I mean, I feel like it has a lot of very sad parts on here when he's talking about on how he would do anything to get more time with Takeoff, and it's very sad, and it's you could tell it's very emotional. But a lot of the time on here, it's just typical Quavo. You get the Quavo feel, and he has some good lyrical performances, his flows, as I said, and I think that he outperformed a lot of the features on here, to be honest. He was the highlights of this. I think this album could have been shortened a lot though, to be honest with you. 51 minutes isn't crazy, but 18 songs was a little bit over, a little bit too much, arguably. The things that I'm really looking forward to Quavo trying in the future are maybe switching up some of his beats, as well as maybe even forming another group or some sort, because he said on one of these tracks that he was going to not be the end of this for him, but a lot of these songs sounded pretty uninspired, and I think that he needs to find maybe some new motivation to prove that he's going to have a second wind, or I don't know how many wins he's already had, but he's going to have another wind, and we're going to have Quavo take over, a Quavo-over. But with that all being said, let me know how you guys feel about this album in the comments below. I love seeing your all opinions. I love you all very much. I'm conflicted, and I'm out. Peace.